Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia. Welcome back to another episode of our Assassin's Creed Odyssey Let's Play. We're still at Anais' farm. We're going to continue this quest line, but before we start, what we're going to do is actually run through our builds. Because someone asked me earlier in the week about our build, and might as well explain everything and also redo our abilities, because we have a few extra points and we're wasting a lot of points on skills that we are not using at all. Because we have got to the point where we have mastery levels. Once you hit level 50, I think this becomes unlocked, where you can start using skills to upgrade stats, kind of similar to engravings. So for example, we might want to increase our assassin damage with extra skill points. Just the idea behind here, or crit chance when full health, which is something we really enjoy doing. So before we do that, I'm just going to run through our builds real quick. So we're mainly featuring this dagger. That's kind of the inspiration behind our poison build. It's a poison assassination build. Most of the damage is assassination damage. We are not really considering combat with this build. If we don't kill them off with assassin damage, we tend to either run away or rely on an ability called Hero Strike, which is inflict 100% of your assassin damage onto the enemy in combat. Comes in 3 parts with a little bit of crowd control at the end. And we have really high assassin damage. It's basically the highest figure out here. If you look at it, it's 182,000. It's basically a couple extra digits compared to warrior damage and hunter damage, which we have here. So that hero strike hurts a lot. And on top of that, when you commit assassin damage, when you do a range assassinate or up close assassinate or one of those force assassinate where you spend a stamina point to do assassination damage, you can trigger crit chance. And if you hit the crit chance, you get crit damage. So not only do we have a poison build, because this dagger comes with weapon damage becomes poison, we also engraved it with 25% crit damage. You can see the engraving marker, the level is level 5. All the way you can hit level 10. We just need to do more location quests and also do more certain tasks. Like if you want better range damage engravings, you have to do more range damage kills, like headshots within 30 seconds. There's small quests that unlock these engravings. So far we have a tier 5 and we just have plus 25% crit damage on this weapon. We have it paired up with another legendary gear here. Used to be a spear, but we switched it to this, used to be another dagger that give dagger damage. But then we found this one, which is Hermes' I can't pronounce that, Karinkian. It's a legendary spear that we got from helping out the doctor. This is the medical dilemma quest reward, I think, that happened quite a few episodes ago. And basically this is a poison damage assassin spear. So it kind of really worked well with our build, and we put the engraving of the other dagger weapon on here, where we get 40% extra damage when attacking from behind. And our bow is the feigned bow. So this is kind of similar to this dagger, where the basic arrows and the basic attack carries poison stats on it. So we're kind of just taking the effect of the poison damage, 28%, 28%, 28%, and stacking them together so that if we don't kill people off with assassination, we can kill them off with slow ticks of poison. And then here we added 5% crit chance. Armor wise, there is a really good armor set, a complete version of a legendary set called the Viper Hood, and it's a snake set. We completed this set, and we could have equipped it. It would have given us slightly better armor if we upgraded all the way to our current level. It's basically assassin damage and all sorts of poison stat. But I didn't go for it because if you look at it, it basically has only 2 regular slots. It has the assassin slot, and this one has the plus duration of poison. And then you can engrave one, and then for all 5 gear, they will share one set bonus engraving, which is a 30% intoxication damage and weakening effect. So it's not worth it to use the whole set for that one bonus on all 5 armor, when we can have basically a different engraving for each of our armor piece, so we end up with more stat boost. So here we went with a helmet that we found. It's not a rare item or anything, it's an epic gear, so it just depends on how it rolls when you get it. And this one has assassin damage, which what we like. I really like crit chance when full health, because that's kind of the condition where we usually assassinate people. We're coming out of the dark, we'll be always full health, so you get a little bit extra percentage from this stat compared to the regular crit chance. And then there's the crit damage on this, so this is kind of perfect for what we want. And then for engravings, I couldn't find anything better, so we just went with dagger damage, because we tend to equip this one instead of the spear when we fight, just because we can stack poison effect with this dagger. In terms of our arm, our bracer, same thing. We found one with crit damage when full health, all damage, and assassin damage. It would have been better if we have crit chance when full health instead of the all damage, but we couldn't find one. This is the best we can do, and then we added some solid crit chance onto it. Here's our armor. Similar idea. We found one with crit damage, and we added poison damage to it because we couldn't add anything more crit damage related. If we could, different armor pieces like armor and helmet have different engravings available to them, so we could there is no available crit chance or crit damage that we could add here, so we just had to go with poison damage instead. And the adrenaline on assassin kill, it's not so great. We don't really need it because we have a lot of way to get stamina back. Adrenaline is basically the stamina bar, but this is the best one we have so far. And this is our waist, and this is our similar build. This is wonderful. Assassin damage, crit damage when full health, crit chance, and 20% poison damage. And finally, for our leg piece, this is Astra's boots. This is something we got recently for killing actual character Astra, and the roll is quite nice on this. I think it's always these stats on this pair of boots, so if you're looking for these stats, go find the Astra quest, and then you can get this one. Basically, assassin damage, crit chance when full health, and then crouching movement speed when crouching, so that's just the quality of life boost. And then we took the engraving from the full snake set, which typically is 30% intoxication damage, but then once you collect all 5, you get the engraving for 10%. So it's weaker, but you can kind of slap it on just one item instead of have all 5 slots for that 130% effect. So that's kind of our poison build. If we want to see detailed stats of this entire build here, we're boosting our assassin damage by 194%. We have a 140% damage increase with headshot, and 9% damage modifier with dagger. Here's what's important: crit chance when full health, 60%. So we're kind of relying on this for most of our damage to hit a crit, and then our crit damage when we hit full health is 335%. So this is why we can kill so many people just with one range assassinate, because once we trigger the crit chance, we kind of 4 times our damage. We have some fire modification, some poison modification mainly. This is what happens when we are in combat with people. We kind of take off their health with poison. Duration's 18 seconds, pretty good. This is a very glass cannon build. We don't have much armor, don't have much range, and the rest is pretty simple here. Now to go over our fire build here. This is even more straightforward. This is a warrior fire set built around this mallet of everlasting flame, which is converts weapon damage to fire damage weapon. Similar idea, but here we actually want to magnify our fire damage because that's our main source of damage in combat. So it's quite different from the poison where we just want to go crit all the time. This set is mainly for conquest battles because mace have a really nice overpower attack that you can chain off multiple targets, which we showed in a couple episodes ago. And then we also have this Hammer of Jason, which we found that boosts warrior damage, weapon with heavy blunt weapon, which both of these maces are. It comes with a damage with shield break ability. We do use shield break sometimes, less and less now, but it's still nice to have. And we found a engraving here from another weapon that we put here for 50% extra damage and elemental buildup after a successful parry, which is kind of blocking the enemy damage with your Q. And then the bow is the fire bow that changes your arrow to fire arrow. The only downside of this is your arrow is not recoverable after you shoot it because it burns away. But we slapped on some fire damage and build up here. It used to be on a fire sword, the Sheik. There's a sword that has this engraving. This one right here, Prometheus' Sika, and then as you can see, we can take this engraving and give it to another weapon in the engraving slot, which is here. So we got that fire damage and build up in this set. We don't have the perfect armor for it. There is an actual fire set that comes from the cultist branch. I think it's this branch here. I'm not sure. No, this is the ocean branch. There's a... Well, basically, there's one branch that has the fire set. But we haven't finished that branch. We only finished the snake branch here. This is the snake set branch. Each one provides a very unique armor set. So instead of... Oh, we came out. So instead of using that, I kind of just went tanky here. We went with the... this is called the Greek hero set. You get this by killing mercenaries, which we've been doing for a long time. But basically, you get plus 30% to all resistance as a set bonus, and then we engrave fire damage boost and armor boost all over it. And the set itself always provides some sort of defense: melee resistant, total armor, elemental resistance, chance to ignore half damage. It's really, really great engraving there, and then some extra health. So overall, if we look at this set, as you can see, the warrior damage is much higher here. I think it was just like 8,000 on our poison set, because it was mainly assassin damage. We lost almost 100,000 assassin damage when we switched sets, but we gained like 10,000 warrior damage here. And if we look at the detailed stats, it's completely swapped over to warrior damage. We do still have these. These are from our abilities, so that's why we have some stats there. Headshot, same thing from abilities, and then we have blunt weapon boost for our mace. We still have some crit chance on this build. I think it's from items, or not sure. The 100 is the base, right? Because your usual crit damage is double. And then we have fire. This is kind of the key. 150% increase to fire damage, 23 seconds of fire duration, and increased fire buildup. And then finally we have some health bonus, armor bonus. Basically it's a tanky set that's good for conquest battles. And lastly, bear with me, this is a set that we're trying to build out, but we are missing a lot of leather to upgrade the armor to all level 65. We upgraded the weapons. This is the best ones I could find for hunter set. The idea here is hunter damage, crit damage, and any sort of bow damage boost. So here we found one with hunter, crit, and all damage. We can actually put a new engraving here too once we have resources. We basically ran out when we were upgrading the set. And same thing here, crit damage. The adrenaline's not so good, but that's the best we can find. If we have, new weapons that we find that has a good stats for it, I'll definitely try to upgrade this. And then we've used this bow here, Artemis bow, mainly because of the predator shot bow boost, as well as the bow charge speed. This is the most important gear in this set, because all our DPS is going to come from this single bow. So this is a high hunter damage. Once we get our armor up, all these engravings will go to level 7, which is kind of the tier that 60-ish level is. So we get headshot damage, damage from bow from a distant target. So basically, I just found gears with, bow boosting hunter damage stats and crit damage. So for engravings, I'm probably going to look for crit damage and bow related damage boost. It's also going to be a very glass cannon build where we stay far away and shoot. Kind of makes sense. And before we end, we're going to just redo our skills, because we're wasting a lot of points here. So it's going to cost us a little bit of gold, but we do have it. So a full reset here. Right away, we can do this pretty quickly. This is to boost our assassination. This is our range assassinate, our favorite move here. This is the critical assassinate. Hero strike. Yeah, we're just going to grab the stuff we actually use. Death Veil, this is for body to disappear. Stealth Master is pretty good. And then we don't need this one. We don't use this one. This is to become invisible. We have many ways to become invisible. This we should upgrade to 3, because at night you get increased assassin damage and combat damage because of this. We don't need to get any of this. We could get this just to help our poison build up, just a passive boost. So we're going to invest one here. We're not going to equip this because this basically has the same effect of making our weapon poisonous. We just needed to unlock this to increase our poison buildup and duration and damage. So that's all we need here. Over here, we typically put this ability here. Yeah, in the third slot. This is the one that gives us extra stamina. And it's based off warrior damage, but it's very good. We're gonna get this battle cry here in the fourth slot. Basically prevents death and increase our damage. And then this is the overpower attack, which we use all the time. Fire Master, same idea. We're gonna get one here and then 3 here for the build-up and boost. These are just extra armor stats, extra damage stats. We actually don't heal much. We tend to run away, so I'm kind of debating whether we actually need to get heal or not. Because if we don't get heal, we can get some other skill. We haven't really used heal much. We could get more interesting ones like Bull Rush. Well, I'm going to grab this one first. It's a nice stun move. Especially for Warrior, because I think it actually triggers the fire stacking on it too. I still prefer to use Shield Break, even though there's many other ways to break shields, including Charge Attack, which we haven't used much, but it's pretty useful. Alright, kicking is good for recruiting. Alright, I'm not sure what to do with the last slot. We could try Bull Rush. It's something that we haven't really done. Instead of heal. Alright. Now for our range ability, definitely Predator Shot. Multi-shot. Actually, second one's Ghost Arrows. So we need Archery Master first. And then we just need one of this. I don't use that very often. Ghost Arrows we use all the time. And then it's Multi-Shot, which is one of my favorite ones. The whole reason why we're building the Hunter set is for this. And then this is to craft different arrows. And this one gives us a reflex time when we see enemies. I think 1 is enough because it does increase the time, but we don't use this for archery. We want the slow down so we can assassinate people. I don't really do Beastmaster. I don't use this. I don't really use Devastating Shot. Yeah, I think we're good. We're going to use the rest of the 10 points to boost stuff. We use Assassination the most, so I think we're going to just do this. I prefer to get this crit chance when full health because we are at 60 right now, so if we boost it 10 times 70, I think it's just going to benefit us the most. It's either that or straight up assassin damage. Wow. This is really good. Chance to deal 25% assassin damage on melee hit. Well, some of these are really good. That could be really strong, but even if we put 20 points in it, if it's 0.5 each time, it's only 10%. I guess if it's any higher, it would be too broken. Alright, I think we're just going to go with the crit chance with full health for now. Oh, it's actually scaling down. It's 1% at the beginning, and then it's 8.8 each time. We'll take it. Any little bit helps. And then it's 0.6 each time. Interesting. Alright, that's fine. And that ends our little build go through. That's most of this episode already. It's fine. We'll just continue with our quest line here.
Oh, it's been nice having you around, Cassandra. But I feel bad. All these years apart, and you've spent most of your time with Arion. Let's get away from all this, just you and me. There is a market in Teyea I haven't been to in ages. There's food and wine and music.
An evening alone sounds perfect. But what about Arion?
Don't worry about him. All you need to worry about is meeting me in Théière.
I should find out what Anais likes before our evening together.
So she went from super caring mother to back to dating us. Let's see what she likes. She likes pottery.
Anais never told me she made honey.
Oh. Ah, well, there's a bunch of honey stack over there. Those logs are honey stacks.
So this is where Anais keeps her wine. Smells strong. I'm getting lightheaded just sniffing it.
She likes wine. She likes honey. Sorry.
Anais must have a lifetime supply of olives stashed here.
Okay. So she likes honey, olive, and wine. Sounds like a appetizing, like a cheese plate without the cheese. Alright, it's quite far. Can we pick up some interesting location on the way? Actually, we don't know. We've never been. Alright, exciting. We'll go for that first. I think the first blue quest that we did with the two brothers kind of tricked us because they had so many elements of you know, going to different locations, fighting, and now this one's about babysitting a little kid and rekindling a relationship from Catalonia. Yeah, we used predator shot, so there's no arrow to recover here. It's okay, who knows, we might bump into Mother. And then she's gonna ask us what we've been doing in Arcadia and be like, you know, meeting an old friend who's married with child. Looks like just a farm. Oh, actually, looks like a farm with a empty plot of land. We missed pretty badly twice. Alright, none of these houses are... Oh, he looks strong actually. None of these houses are actually the location. I'm still surprised we haven't seen any huntresses in Arcadia with so many animals around. What do we have here? A fort? Huh. Why do I feel like there's a story involved with this location? Yeah, maybe we should come back to here. Doesn't feel like just a random outpost because of the name. I'm sure our Mother's quest line would take us all over the place. Oh, I see animals. Surprised there's only one wolf. They usually are in packs. Yep. Usually packs of more than two. We got that one. These goats are... Oh, see? Packs of more than two. They're kind of leading us away from our location, but that's fine. That looks like a... That's just a dog. Okay, we'll pass. Another wolf. Ooh, that didn't do any damage. Very little damage. Yet despite all this hunting in the last few episodes, we're still very short on leather. Oh, yeah, we're going to the market in Tig. Oh, so this is a town. Great. Largo's compound. It has a very interesting symbol, like a leader's house. Alright. Oh, I see the city wall. I was about to say, it doesn't look like a city to me. There we go. Hello, guard. We're friendly. I'm sure you see people climb up your city wall all the time. All right, vantage point up there. It looks like a very poor town, if you know what I mean. It's not very advanced, unless we're in the poor part of the neighborhood. Ooh, barrack. No, we're good, we're good.
Careful. Don't want to be caught here.
I mean, technically, we don't care about bounties here, because we have high bounty anyways. Alright, him into... or just... oh, come on. Hold on, we have to steal something too. Alright, 2 things and the captain. We basically didn't do anything that was required here. We did all the optional parts. Alright, hoping for crit. There we go. It's 67 point something percentage right now, so it's pretty high. Alright, we want vantage point, right? Wait. Are we in the right direction? Yeah. So there's another location here, and then we'll get the vantage point. The other location's up a hill. This town, this city is... interesting design. Haven't figured it out yet. Another temple. Not heavily guarded. We should... oh, here's something we need to burn. We should scan for all the stuff though. 1 chest, that's all we need. Alright, another thing we have to burn, another thing we have to burn. We already killed the captain. Guess we just have to go inside the place. Yeah, because they already have us on the wanted list, I feel no obligation to observe their laws. Alright, we have no stamina. This is actually pretty dangerous if there's guards inside. That's a legendary chest. That chest right there. Okay. We came to the right place then. Heracles. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a great weapon. Crit? Okay, good. It's not guaranteed, so we could still fail. Alright, we're gonna look at the weapon, I promise. We're just gonna grab this last chest here. Let's see. I'm guessing warrior damage, just because Heracles, you know. Hunter damage. Bows when above target. Okay. We know where this is going. All damage, crit damage, so it's gonna switch with this one. Wow. Look at it. It looks really weird though, but cool. Very nice. Alright, now we can get our vantage point down. Surprisingly, vantage point is not in this temple. It's in that temple over there. Okay. Athena. Sleeping pigs. Is it here or is it over? No, it's in the other structure. Oh, under construction. I guess that's the market where we're gonna hang out for the night. Let's see. We have a mercenary after us, and then we can go do the quest here. We'll take care of the mercenary first. Oh, he's back at that temple? Is he strong? .66. Okay, so not that strong. We're gonna ignore her. Or him. Not sure about gender. Didn't pay attention. We're gonna go complete our quest here. Waiting us at the door, and we come from the inside.
There you are. Now, let's find something to eat and drink, shall we? The merchants have the most delicious selections, and tonight, I'll leave the decision-making to you.
It's a date. Our decision-making, but we follow her.
Remember when we used to steal food from the markets of Kefalonia?
We could steal from this one, for old time's sake.
Ah, always the troublemaker.
I mean, if only she knew 134 meters away, there's a mercenary after my head.
Welcome, my friends. I have a wonderful selection of wines for you and the lovely lady. Only the finest grapes from the finest vineyards. Do you prefer your wines dry, sweet, or strong?
You've been all over the world. You must know all the best wines.
She likes them strong.
This woman is a single mother who runs her own farm. She likes her wine strong.
You know me too well. Strong wine is the best wine.
It's a pop quiz quest. We're doing a dating game. And I like how they keep it gender neutral for us, so it calls only her the lovely lady, and we're not, I mean, I guess we're not lovely here.
Everything smells so delicious. My mouth is watering.
Smell that? That's the tastiest food in all of the year. Tell me, what will it be? We have leg of lamb with rice and olives, roast chicken with fresh vegetables, and slow-cooked goat stew.
Oh, decisions.
She likes olives, so lamb with rice and olives.
We'll take the lamb with olives, please.
Oh, I love olives. I'm going to devour this meal. And then I'm going to devour you.
Oh god, this is going not the place we wanted to go. Calm down. We're just friends. And this one's something with honey, or something with sweets and honey.
Oh, I can't tell you how much I needed this.
This is when the girl tells you to decide, and then you have to pick all the answers that she wants. What's for dinner? Look at that mercenary go, still wandering around Abong Temple. And guys, I really wish it was faster too, but this is the max speed. I can't pass her. She's controlling us.
Welcome, welcome! If you've got sweet teeth, then I've got sweet treats for those teeth. What will it be? Grape pudding with walnuts, fresh strawberries with cream, or baked pears with a honey glaze?
Yum! Choose wisely. I love sweets.
Choose wisely. Honey glaze.
Pears sound delicious.
Homer called them gifts from the gods, but it's the honey that makes them truly divine. This was lovely. Tonight was almost perfect.
Almost?
There was just one thing missing.
Please be an item.
Arion! What's wrong? My god, what happened to you?
Bandits! They came and took everything! I tried to protect the house, but they were too big!
You shouldn't have tried to fight them. Anything they took can be replaced. But I can't replace you.
This wouldn't have happened if you had trained me to be a warrior!
It'll be all right. Just a few scratches.
You're right. He's safe now, and that's what matters.
Cassandra, there is something I need to tell you.
Anything.
Having you here was the first time I felt joy since my husband died. I hoped you were still the same person I loved back on Kefalonia, and that if you felt the same, there'd be a place for you here.
Anais.
The fact that you listened to me and didn't teach Arion to fight shows me you're someone I can trust. I would love it if you stayed with us.
Barnabas needs me. I can't believe that's an option. But this is the true answer.
I care about you. And your son. But I'm a mercenary. It's what I do. Life on the farm just isn't for me.
I understand. Just know that whenever you are in Arcadia, you'll always be welcome here with open arms.
Okay, she took that way too nicely. We totally sent her all the wrong signals, and I don't blame her. We got ourselves an armor here. Lover's Nest. That's quite good. That's quite good for our warrior set. Anyways, we're completely done with this quest. I thought we were going to have to hunt down those bandits, but we don't have to, so that's good. We're going to come back tomorrow, and we're actually going to look for Mother, I promise. We'll find where our mother and Basides, who is actually my the couple that I'm going to try to ship in this series here for Cassandra. He's the Spartan warrior who helped us out when we were in Corinthia, the port with the monger business. So we're going to come back and deal with that in our next episode. We're going to just probably find some location. I'll read the quest description before we start the episode tomorrow to actually find out where in Arcadia our mother is actually waiting for us. So see you all next time. Bye.